Number 5, we're still talking about getting rid of the spiritual weeds. And I pray this is blessing you. Is it blessing you? Okay, and your amen and yes help confirm somebody else who didn't say it. Because somebody may think that because they're not feeling blessed, nobody's being blessed. Now, if you're blessed by this, say, I'm blessed by this. And then I want you to use it. See, I want you to use it. But the fifth weed killer that we want to talk about, the spiritual weed that we have to pull out of our lives that'll help us work stronger in our deliverance, is what I call time wasters. Time wasters. There are a lot of time wasters. When you pull the time wasters, you'll understand, wow, my deliverance is starting. I'm starting to work in a little bit more. Chart your course of your day sometimes. Go hourly, daily, monthly. Set some goals and stay on target. God is a planner. From creation, the creation of the world and 7 days to a scheduled rapture. It's easy to conclude that God is a planning detail specialist. He sets goals and priorities, and he puts things in order. One of the things that I am trying so hard and desperately and wonderfully spiritually blessed in the Lord is going to happen is that we put our kids and set our kids in this church back on track. There are so many young people in church right now, as many kids as we have in this church, some right now don't know what it means to be on track. Let me case in point right here. What school are you going to go to 2 years from now? What grade are you in? Sixth grade. Where are you going to go in high school? Lamar. Where's Lamar? Okay, don't know. Okay, how do you know you're going to go to Lamar? How do you know you're going to go to Lamar? The junior high school that you're going to go to is going to send you to Lamar. Sounds like that school district already has a track in place. So if you're in this elementary school, we're going to put you in this junior high school to make sure you go to this high school. But what if this high school doesn't have what you want to do? What do you want to do in life? You want to be an actress. Okay, an actress? Okay, so what school around you specializes in acting? We don't know, just in that area, or maybe not in that area. Do you know of a high school that specializes in that? You don't know. Let's say Booker T. You ever heard of Booker T? Okay, let's say Booker T does. So right now you're going to what school? She's going to Sherrod Elementary. Sherrod Elementary. But you were headed toward Lamar, which has nothing to do with what you want to do. So what is wrong with us putting this baby on a track? Say right now, with as many counselors and teachers in here, we're gonna contact Booker T. We have a young lady who lives maybe Arlington. You live in Arlington, maybe? Lives in Arlington, but she needs to major in acting. We're going to vouch for her. Pastor Rush is going to stand before you and try to make sure that we get her there. Can we get her started on a track so that she doesn't waste her time? Now, if she ends up in acting and it doesn't work, okay, but she's not going to waste her time going to Lamar, smoking weed, getting high, joining a fight, getting in a band, getting hooked up by girls of the same sex, joining a... Why? Because we did not understand how important her time was. Most kids don't want to go to school because school has nothing to offer them. Why doesn't it have anything to offer them? Because we allowed them to waste their time. School has something to offer every child. It's just that every store in the mall doesn't sell what you want. You got to find your store. I'm preaching about this. I don't want to preach about this. How many of you in here right now are upset with your life because no one helped you to stop wasting time? You are paying school loans right now because you did not have a plan. Time wasters need to be pulled out of your life. Now, some of you that are immature, let me tell you how immature people think. You just thought I said you're wasting your time with certain people. I thought as a child. I spoke as a child. Nothing you ever do is wasted. You learn from everything. I'm talking about time wasters. We put this baby on a track, and at least, and I ask our leadership of our church and the teachers and all that we're working with, those that will pass the test, because I am the test. Amen. We're going to follow our kids for 5 years. 5. That's enough time to say, at least you know somebody's with you. See, that's a track right here. This is a track. I may not like the way this is going, but I'm on track. Why can't we do that, church? Why can't we help get these kids on track? Huh? And so, what's wrong with wanting to be an actress? She may end up doing something else, but at least if she has a desire, let's get on the track. And let's do it when she's in the 6th grade. Let's don't do it the year before, the semester before she graduates from high school. That's where we're headed. And so not only do we need to put time and effort and discipline into becoming mature believers, because we want this believer, we want this young lady who is delivered. Since she's going to be in the same high school as other young people, at least we want her to be on a different track. It was difficult for me being a young person as a Christian, being in a public school. I love public school, by the way. Absolutely love public school. Nothing like public school. Public school had all kind of crazy people. I was one of them. Love going to school. But having to go to public school as a young Christian, man, I didn't have anybody to really necessarily set the track for me. Thank God I had some good friends who kind of helped me get on track. There are a lot of you adults in here right now angry with your life because you never became what you were supposed to be because you never got on track. And then when you got older and walked into somebody else's life, you got mad at them because you wanted them to help set the pace for your life and, as you say, complete you. And so somebody got involved with you, the train that was not on track. So we have to have those things going for us. We have to have those things going for us. We have to have those things going. And so you've got to be able to dedicate certain areas of your life to God if you're gonna maintain your deliverance. So now I'm gonna give you a couple of areas that I want you to make sure before we go here that you dedicate your life to God in. Now we just talked about those areas that we have to, the spiritual weeds we got to pull up. Can anybody name one of them? What was one of them? The first one. Look at your notes. Let's go through our notes real quick. I don't remember this in my head. Okay, so the first spiritual weed we need to pull up may be what? Bitterness, unforgiveness. What's number 2? Number 2 is what? Get rid of our relationships, okay? Number 3. You remove your mind of bad thoughts. How often do you need to do this? No, hourly. That's what's wrong with you. You cannot wait all day to get rid of your bad thoughts. You act like you get one bad thought a day. Some of you should have done it twice during the sermon already. I wish he would ask me where my baby going to school. Bad thought. Get rid of your bad thoughts. Jesus is out there. He's feeding the 5,000. He wants to feed the 5,000, but no one wants to give up the lunch. He asked a little boy, can I have your bread? The disciples said, can we have your fish and bread? If that had been your child, you would be taking all my baby food, eat Jesus, make his own bread. Bad thought. But the little boy said, you can use mine. Good thought. You get it? Get rid of bad thoughts. Number 4. What was number? Ungodly mind manipulators. Pull them out. Okay, number 5. Time wasters. Now, let me talk about some areas real quick that we need to dedicate to God. There are certain areas we need to dedicate to God. And these areas of your life have to be consecrated to God. Give God these. And so this is going to be real simple. The first one is your talents and your abilities. Your talents and your abilities, church, they have to be consecrated to God. Your talents and your abilities. Now is where we go into this role of volunteers. And a lot of people, you don't think you have anything to do. If you can breathe, you have something that you can do. Some cases, in a church like ours, you just have to wait until it's developed. See, your talents and gifts can be ahead of the church's plan right now. I'm going somewhere else. Why don't you ask God to mature you where you are? Because if you take away the thing that God has sent into this ministry because you got upset because you couldn't control your own thoughts, you just took away a very important vessel of this ministry. A young lady had the audacity to tell me the other day, well, you know, I'm glad you're working with the teachers and stuff now, with the kids, with teachers and stuff to try to help our children because, you know, I had about two young ladies said this, and one I actually had to address. And she said, because I left the church because we didn't have nothing for me to do. So now I'm back. I said, you can leave again. Because I don't want to put anybody in front of our children who gave up before they ever got started. That might have sounded like a bad answer as a pastor. Well, okay. If you got to leave and go somewhere because we don't have what you want, then you don't have what we need. I'm tired of putting people in front of our children who are going to last a little while, get mad, and start acting childish and walk out on these kids. They have enough people walking out on their lives. You're going to leave and go somewhere, now you back because you heard we got something for the kids. We have everything for the kids but you. Thank you, ma'am, you are not wanted. And for some of you who don't understand that, that means you got a whole lot of other years to live. I can't be wasting my time on people who give up on kids because you don't understand God has a plan for you and has a plan for them. So you're going to quit on them till you get yourself good and come back and offer them what's left. Pray with them. Pray with us. That thing just popped up on me. That was... I have more than a desire. This is a passion in my heart. Because I know that if a teacher had quit on me, I would not be where I am right now. I've had too many people quit on me. And then after I get good, going to talk about what you know about. You don't know me. You never knew me. Because if you had known me, you wouldn't have quit on me because of what you didn't see in me. I knew him when he wasn't nothing. You ain't never knew me, chump. I ain't never been nothing. And I'm out of order. Let me get back to the word almost. So one of the things.